and Jared.
And we're the Park Hop Bears. And today we are sharing a video talking about some things that you should pack for a Disney World trip.
Yay! Yay! Now we assume you're going to remember to bring your clothes and everything like that. So these are specific things to bring for a Disney World trip.
Yeah, just little things that we like to remember to bring when we are going to Disney World.
Alright, so let's get started. The first thing not to forget for your Disney World trip are your magic bands.
Magic bands. So if you're staying at a Disney resort, you should get a magic band in the mail.
These will unlock your room for you. This will act as your room key. It'll also act as your ticket for the theme parks. This is also, and we're going to mention it in a minute, but it could have your Disney Magic Express information on it as well. So they're important to have in your carry-on and have it accessible when you land at Orlando Airport.
Yes, you'll likely need to pull these out, so make sure it's in your purse or your backpack. That way you don't have to go digging through your suitcase for them.
And if you checked in online and you have your magic band, your room will unlock. They'll send you a text with your room number, and you can skip the check-in desk altogether, and you can head straight to your room if you have your magic band handy.
And you'll also use these for your fast passes as well.
Yes, your fast passes will be on here as well. But don't worry, if you're not staying at a Disney hotel, you can still do fast passes, and you'll have that on your just kind of regular ticket. That'll come however you buy your tickets for Disney World.
Right. Yay!
Yay!
So magic bands. So the next thing to make sure to bring is if you're staying at a Disney resort and you're using the Magical Express to get to your hotel, is your Magical Express documents.
Yay! Yay! So they'll mail these to you, and you'll need two parts from it. You'll need your, if you're gonna have them collect your luggage, you'll need your special luggage tags that they'll send you in the mail, and you'll put these on your luggage. Just loop them around. They have, like, you know, that kind of double-sided stick, like the sticker, so you can put it on your luggage, and that'll let them know to pick up your luggage and deliver it to your hotel room. And if for some reason your magic band doesn't work for your Magical Express ticket when you go to take the actual bus to your resort, having the actual printout with your information on it and your details will help you get past that first desk when you're getting on the bus. It also should mention your return time, but most likely it'll say to look out for a flyer they're going to hang on your resort door the day before your last day, and that'll tell you what time to take the Magic Express back to Orlando Airport. Sometimes it'll be on the letter they send you, and sometimes they'll just tell you, oh, you know, TBD, wait for the documents that they're going to hang on your door.
Yay!
Yay! So Magic Express, that's number 2.
So number 3, the next thing that we always try to remember to pack is a backpack for a park pack.
We usually take a drawstring backpack. This one has really kind of thick strings, so it doesn't like dig into your shoulders too much. And then we put all sorts of things in this for your day at the parks. Maybe your hotel is a little further and you don't want to have to go back to grab your jacket or your sweater. You put your hat in here. Maybe you put your friend in there because he needs to go with you on the rides. It's also good if you're going on a water ride. I mean, it doesn't zipper close at the top, but you can shove stuff in here that you don't want to get too wet. This one's pretty waterproof. It'll keep, maybe you throw your cell phone in here before you go on Splash Mountain, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and any type of backpack is fine. We prefer the drawstring one, but if you have like a bigger backpack and you need more stuff, or if you just have a bigger purse, that should be good as well.
But
yeah, it definitely comes in handy, and we like to make sure we have that, and Porg does too, because usually that's where
he's usually sticking his head out of the top of it. Porg's usually riding around the park like this.
So the next thing that we like to make sure to bring is sunscreen. This is very important. We actually usually end up using it, and it usually goes in our park pack or backpack.
Yeah, and we've forgotten this before, so it stinks to forget it, because you can buy it in the parks, but it'll be
more expensive.
We prefer this particular kind. It's kind of like deodorant almost, in the way that you put it on, but it's super easy. You don't have to the thing where you're spraying, and it's not nearly as heavy or as big as one of those canisters that you spray. And this one, you really get the sunscreen on, so we like this little one. It's also much easier to pack in your backpack, like you were saying.
Right. And speaking of heat, because it does get pretty hot in Florida, we also like to bring either a hat. I always like to bring some kind of hair tie or a hair clip to keep my hair up for when it's really hot.
Yeah, so these all go together. So this is your sun protection kit.
Yes.
So you have your sunscreen, your hat,
and
your hair ties.
Not sun protection, but it's more like just it's hot out.
Right.
So if you have long hair, it's nice to keep it up.
That's true.
I actually bought this when I forgot to bring my hair tie, so definitely something that's good to remember to keep with you. Yay! So the next thing you should make sure to pack is
rain gear. So if you bring either a poncho, or like we do, we bring these lightweight rain jackets that are kind of like ponchos in a way.
Yeah, they're like kind of like windbreakers, and we put them, they scrunch up really nice. Like we can shove them in our backpack or even my purse when I'm carrying just a purse. And yeah, so it's kind of a material that's good for when it's raining. You stay dry.
Yeah, so we always have these on us. We don't bring an umbrella or anything. And we have brought ponchos to the park before we bought kind of a permanent solution, which is the jacket. Mm-hmm. And Porg always brings his poncho so he doesn't get too wet. And then if you go on the water rides, this is helpful too. It normally does rain on our trips to Florida, because I mean it rains all the time over there.
Yeah.
But it's good for the water rides too. So even if it's gonna be sunny and warm and not a cloud in the sky, you still might want to put these in your park pack and have them for any water rides you plan on doing.
Yeah, and something to remember too, when you're packing, make sure to check the weather a week or two before you go, because most likely it'll still rain, but sometimes it does get pretty cold depending on what time of year it is. So yeah, so you might want to actually bring like a heavier jacket or sweater if you look ahead and it's going to be cold out. I think we've been in like January or February.
For Festival of the Arts at Epcot, we were
pretty cold.
We were pretty cold, so.
But we were prepared because we looked ahead of time, so.
So we put our sweatshirts under our windbreakers here, our top layer.
Yay!
Yay!
So the next thing you want to make sure to bring is comfy shoes.
Yay, comfy shoes.
Jared usually likes to bring sneakers, and I have, I'll either usually wear Toms, which probably isn't the most, like, I like them, they're comfortable, but I do like walking those in the park, especially since it can be hot. I also wear Docs sometimes. Those are really good for when it's raining. And yeah, we don't really recommend walking around in flip-flops.
We've seen people do it. We don't
it's fine.
Understand it, but if you do it, it's cool.
But we've seen people fall when it's raining.
We have seen people fall in flip-flops.
So yeah, we usually recommend to wear some sort of closed shoes, especially if it's wet. You don't want to slip around. So yeah, so sneakers are usually the best thing to wear over there, especially on a long park day. Something else that you also might want to pack is, especially if you're staying at one of the Disney resorts that has a nice swimming pool, is your swim gear.
Yay!
She has her swim gear.
Yes, as you can see, Minnie Mouse has all of her swim gear on. She's got her goggles and her bathing suit. Normally, if we're traveling somewhere other than Disney World, we don't normally bring our swimsuits and stuff because
we usually don't get around to it.
Yeah, it's not something we normally do when we're on vacation. But at Disney World, we usually do check out the pool because some of them are pretty cool. I usually like to do the water slide just one time while I'm there.
Yeah.
And we don't always have park tickets for every day of our trip. So it's always nice to at least have the option to go check out the pool on the day that maybe you don't have park tickets. So don't forget your bathing suit and your swim gear.
Yay!
Yay! So our last thing to make sure you bring for your Disney World trip are accessories for your phone and camera. So we're talking about portable chargers and your SD cards for your camera, and of course your camera charger. Depending on what kind of camera you have, you might have a battery that you take out of the camera and plug in, or maybe you have, I remember we had a camera that actually took AA batteries. So make sure you have whatever you need to power up your devices. We have multiple of these little battery chargers that we take with us, and they do have battery chargers that you can rent in the parks.
Yeah, I believe it's called fuel rod.
Yeah.
Stands.
But they're pretty expensive. So it's probably the best just to bring your own charging equipment.
Yeah, that's what we like to do. We usually just throw at least one in our backpack. I do know some people do like the fuel rod kiosks, because you can buy it and then you can get a new one once you run out of battery. But yeah, we like to bring our own. It's just kind of, we make sure we charge it the night before and then we throw it in the backpack and we're good to go.
Yeah, so we really like that. And then remember to bring extra SD cards and other accessories for your camera or your phone. We have usually 2 SD cards in our camera, one extra one and then one that's actually in our camera. And then for my Android phone, I have a mini or a micro SD card that's actually already in the phone. So that can hold a lot more pictures than and we use my phone usually for videoing and taking pictures.
Yeah, they do have PhotoPass at the park, but we like to take a lot of our own photos, so they do fill up quickly, so we like to make sure we have an extra memory card or something. So that completes our list. Now there's definitely a lot of other things that you should pack. Those are just some of the things that we like to try to remember when we're packing for Disney World. And bonus thing we like to bring and make sure we pack when we go on our trip is, of course, PORC, or your stuffed friend.
Don't forget to bring Mickey.
Yeah, we usually like to bring some sort of friend with us, so he usually makes it in the bag as well.
And he doubles as a pillow on the flight.
Yes. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to comment below. Let us know what you like to pack for Disney World. We're actually going very soon, so we're excited. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel so you can see when we post new videos. And if you click on the bell, it'll actually give you notifications too. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.